Hello, and welcome to a new series that I'm doing. It's called Emily Teaches You How to Play Baldur's Gate, the Enhanced Edition. This looks differently from what our Let's Play uh, UI would look like because this is an unmodded version of it. So this is what you would pick up at from Steam or something. Because you can buy this game on like Steam or uh, GOG. Also, you can pick up the console versions. I believe it's on the Switch, the PS4, and the Xbox One. The consoles versions, they're solid, but they are feel a little weird to play on a joystick. So, um, yeah. So we'll start with the character creation here. Baldur's Gate, single player, new game. You can import a character file. So the game comes in with pre-made characters. These are not the correct portraits. Some of them are different. I have custom portraits which you can add, but this looks more like the original style, and you can easily done, and then they'll have all the stats and whatnot chosen for you already, and you just do the appearance, character's voice, and then name. But I'm gonna, oops, we're gonna start from the beginning. So gender, the only major difference for the genders you choose is which, because there are characters you can romance in the games, so it all just matters on your gender. I think there are two queer characters, one bi character, so and that is Dorn. So you know, we'll just go ahead. We'll create a female, and you choose any portraits. They're custom and it gives you the whole instructions on how to make it. It's pretty simple. All right, so we'll just go ahead with the first one. Race. Now, the thing you have to worry about race is that the the classes in second edition Dungeons and Dragons are limited by your race. So if you want to be a paladin, you can only be a paladin as a human. And half orcs, dwarves can't be a mage. Can't be a ranger either for any of these classes. Sorcerer not available in any of these classes. The gnomes can be a mage, but I think they're only restricted to illusionists. So while humans will have the ability to choose any class they want, except for I think one specific race restricted class, which is the Dwarven Defender. But if you go to the halflings, they get these bonuses. You get +2 to bonus saving throws to all your saving throws based on Constitution. You get +1 Daco for swings, and you get all these bonuses like 1 +30. But you do get -1 strength and one wisdom. So there's pros and cons to each race. If this is your first time playing Baldur's Gate: The Enhanced Edition, the specific class I suggest is the half-orc, because we're gonna go with a simple melee character. So we get 1 + strength, 1 + constitution, evasion not really important. Though to be fair, you can choose any race in any class, and you can beat the entire saga. You can. It's just that some classes are easier, and some are not, and some might be fun. I don't particularly like playing vanilla thieves. Like, non-kitted thieves are boring to me. But, you throw in, a mage thief, like my current Let's Play right now, and I'm having a blast. So they'll show you the classes that you can choose. So a half orc can be a fighter, cleric, thief, shaman, and a couple multi classes. The, the thing about multi classes is that yeah, you get the abilities of the fighter and the cleric, but you also get the the cons of both the fighter and the cleric. So like clerics can't use any bladed weapons, so you're not going to be able to use any bladed weapons. But as a fighter, you can get some really good cleric buffs onto yourself. Also, you will for every class you will level up one level. Uh, what's the correct word I'm looking for? One level behind everyone else in your party. So just keep in mind, one go fighter here, basic fighter, and if you read it, they'll tell you everything. And then you got your kits. So like certain classes have kits, which makes the class a little bit more variety and offers a bit of a replay. So, oh, I played the game as a berserker. Now let me play as a barbarian. But normal fighting, solid, solid. You'll you'll be as your melee character, as one of your melee characters in your parties. You will be doing the most damage as a fighter because you'll get grand mastery and you can get specialization in any and the two weapon styles. So the one class I do suggest for beginners is the berserker because you get a rage, and rage will give you a lot of protection against a lot of like debuffs and stuns. Like you'll get immune to charge, charm, confusion, fear, feeble mind, hold, imprisonment, level drain, maze, stun, and sleep. You also get 15 temporary hit points, which will which will help you out. Like if you got this enemy mage casting spells that you have no idea what these spells do, tap in your rage and you're probably gonna be immune to it. Probably. If they're throwing web, you're gonna get caught. But yeah. So we'll click Berserker. Um, one thing I do have to like, clerics, solid class, and like you get some spells, but you're not gonna be a real. You're probably gonna be in the back for the most part early on until you get like some buffs, spells as you level up. Thief, like I said, the thief, um, by itself cannot do anything. It gets one pip and weapons, so you're not hitting. You not getting good armor, so you're gonna get squished. Because I think the max HP you start with is 8. And basically, all you do, all the all the utility the thief brings to the party in this game is to do this stuff right here. And that's it. They do have like different kits. Like so assassin is built for you to do backstabbing. Bounty hunters laying trap down. This makes you a very gimp fighter. It's not even worth it in my opinion. Shadow Dancer, it has some coolness to it. Like you can like step into the shadow and you can move for 7 seconds while others are frozen in time. But you know you can't cast spells while you're in the shadow plane, so what's the point? Um, so we'll just go ahead. Berserker. Alignment. Alignment doesn't really matter. To you, to your player character. The only thing that alignment does is uh, determine your reputation when you start the game. So Evil alignment, you're gonna get the lowest reputation to start, which I think is a 9. Neutral, you're gonna get like a 10, and good, I think you're gonna get a 10 or 11. So yeah, but the only time you got to really care about alignment is your party members' alignment. So, because sometimes good, good NPCs won't want to travel with evil NPC, and vice versa. So we're just gonna go with neutral good. Why not? Yeah, some classes have restrictions on alignments. Like like if you choose a paladin, you're only gonna get like true. You're only gonna get lawful good, and you choose a druid, you're gonna only get true neutral. Abilities. So unlike in fifth edition D&D, you don't get more attribute points on level up. Like in fifth edition D&D, every like 4 levels, you get a choice to uh, bring up some attribute points. So what you roll is what you're gonna get. And for a fighter, I suggest not accepting anything lower than an 84. And let's see, we'll go with there we go, 88. So now you're thinking, should I balance my attribute points or should I min max? Always min max. So if you look here, strength, it'll tell you what does the strength does. So basically, a character's muscle, endurance, and stamina. It's a primary because of the fighters. So what this means, it's gonna measure your ability to hit and your damage to hit and how much your character can carry. So we'll go to 19. So if you look here, like if he wasn't playing a half orc, you'll get like 18 and then like 63. So basically, it's like your strength is 18, and then you got like 63% to 19. What you actually want is double zero. That's really good if you're a non-race that can't get 19, you want double zero, which is the highest, but pretty much 18 anything is pretty good. But we're getting up to 19. And dexterity. So yeah, it's hand-eye coordination, agility, reflex, balance. It's really important for a thief. The higher dexterity you have as a thief, the more starting thief points you can distribute. I want to say that dexterity also gives you bonuses to range weapons, but I never have been able to verify that. Also, dexterity, the higher dexterity, the higher base armor class you have. Constitution is basically your hit points. Constitution measures the character's fitness, health, and physical resistance to hardship, injury, and disease. Its ability is supported to the ranger. So, like, if a lot of these will tell you which ability is important to like the class you choose, your base class. Um, you want this for like fighters, rangers, paladins, and any like multi-class melee characters. You want this as high as you can, because you get because if you're a fighter class, you get bonus HP per row when your Constitution score is 16 and above, and higher con score, higher your saves will be. And then intelligence for a fighter. Um, it's kind of important. Don't like put it way up, but don't like lower it too much because there are certain creatures later in the saga that does damage to your intelligence, and if it gets to zero, you're dead. Wisdom for fighters, not important. And then charisma. So there are a couple things that a charisma is important for. One, store prices. The higher store prices, the higher charisma you have, the plus the higher reputation you have, lower the store prices are. Two, certain characters will not romance you if you don't have a high enough charisma. And that differentiates on which character it is. And three, this is basically like if you have certain characters in your party, they can argue and sometimes clash. What the game does is that they give you an option to try to calm them down, and it's a invisible charisma roll. So the higher your charisma, the more likely you are to succeed. Um, Also, if you get 18 charisma, you get bonus dialogue choices. Now, so like you might be able to talk your way out of something, or you might get a better quest reward, but only if the person with the 18 charisma is talking to the quest giver. So we'll bring that up to 18, and then we'll just add that last one back to listen. Okay, skills. Now, as a fighter, we're going to be able to get Grand Mastery. So what this means is the character receives a +3 to hit, a +5 to damage, and a -3 to speed factor. Basically, that means they're gonna go faster in the turn order, and an extra attack per round with the selected weapon. So, so like if you choose two weapon style, that means, and you have a Grandmaster weapon, that means you're attacking four times with Grand Mastery per turn. So just keep that in mind. Now, you can play any style you want. Like Sword and Shield, if you want to be a classic knight, works. It works. Two-handed weapon style, it works. Single weapon style, it works, but eh, this is probably the worst style out there. But like, if you want to roleplay as like dueling like warrior, there you go. Single weapon. But for most efficient, it's two weapon style. Now, all these weapons will have magical weapons that you got that you can choose from. And but the one weapon that has the most magical weapons is a longsword, unfortunately. Another viable thing you can do, because early on, uh, one thing you can do is give you like a 1 point, take one off of a longsword, and put a point into longbow, so you get so use range weapons because you don't want to get into close combat in the beginning of Baldur's Gate 1 because you don't have much hit points, but this will do fine. appearance, however you want to look. Voice, whatever one sounds nice to you. Name, like, and subscribe. And there you go. You've created the character. Pretty easy, right? Right. Uh, Now that the video's near its end, go ahead and leave a like and subscribe. And if you have any other questions about how to play this game, leave a comment and I'll see if I can make a video on it. And I'll catch you cool cats next time. Bye.